heard the phrase, it takes a village to raise a child, but here's a follow-up question that we're asking today. Are you utilizing that village? In a quest to mom smarter, we asked corporate recruiter, master multitasker, and mom herself, Carly Hazen, to help us broaden our approach and better use the mom village to our advantage. I think I need this. I think this is maybe a case of bringing my personal problems to work, because I think there is a group of women, I put myself in this category, who hesitate to call on the village.
Oh, absolutely. I wrote the book on that. I always fancied myself someone who didn't need help, and I wore it as a badge of honor. And for the most part, I think that was pretty true, or at least I felt like it was until I had kids. And that's such a game changer. And I think that there's something about motherhood that forces you to take immediate stock of your own abilities and then go out and draft people to help you fill in the gaps.
You're pulling in your team.
And the thing is we don't all have the same gaps, because on a positive end, there were some things that I figured out I actually did really well and felt really good about. Like safety, I was on it, you know, and engaging and actually spending some time to connect and play. There were some things that I just did not have down, and I could see some friends not struggling with that. And I was like, I need to ask them for help, even if I don't know them very well.
So fair to say your perspective on this whole mantra, this whole it takes a village, has changed over the years.
100%, like a total, 360.
Well, here's what I love. You're bringing your perspective to the table in a really practical way. You've got a list of on-the-ground suggestions, ways
very
that we
basic
can
tips.
Break out of our cage and ask for some help. First, you say it's really helpful to coordinate sporting activities.
Right. I think this is kind of the most obvious, and it's something that I think a lot of us will find the easiest, is if we have our child engaged in some type of extracurricular activity, make friends with the moms around and ask if they would be interested in starting a carpool, right? And sometimes I'll even give it a moment, and I'll notice who my kids are connecting with, and then go directly to those moms so that the kids look forward to the carpool. Sometimes the carpool is way more fun than the actual event.
It's the party.
That's the funnest part.
Well, you think of how many moms are lining up to pick up their kid. Let's just work together.
You make some of the most rewarding friendships those ways. I mean, really, you see yourself evolve, and all the friends that you had that were your personal friends start to evolve into being the friends of your kids' friends' moms. And it's because they're living parallel lives. You find yourself at the same events and the same extracurricular activities. Start getting some help when it comes to carpool. You cut your driving in half.
Yes. I like this next one. Speaking of cutting time in half, kitchen time, double the recipe.
Yeah, double the recipe. If you find yourself making extra food, freeze it. My girlfriend Jamie told me about this fantastic dinner club that she started. She was new in an area. She knows there were a lot of young couples, and she was cooking every single night for her family. She started a dinner club where once a month, just like a book club, there's a host, and the host will make the main course. Everyone brings a corresponding dish to the main course, and then she gives the recipe for the main course.
Love it.
And you make friends, you get a recipe, you learn how to cook, and then from that, little friendship stemmed, and people started doing a little bit of a dinner share, where every Tuesday night, their family will bring you food, and then every Thursday night you bring them food. You're cooking anyway.
My girlfriend
just
Emily,
make extra.
She did this for years with her neighbors, and it was just a dream. I mean, she had dinner 3 nights of the week,
but
and she was only cooking once.
Not to make it like a hardcore business plan, but if you really monopolize that opportunity, you could whittle your cooking down to like 1.5 hour a week.
There's the corporate recruiter in her.
Delegate the cooking to all of your loved ones.
I love it. Another great on-the-ground suggestion, arrange a babysitter swap.
Yeah, a babysitter swap. A girlfriend told me about this. She said, we cut the cost of our babysitter dues because every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we switch whose house it's at, but we hire one babysitter to watch my 2 and my friend's 2. She makes, great amount of money, but she's got them all doing corresponding activities. They're all great friends anyways. They take care and entertain themselves, but they only hired one babysitter.
Or you
and
could
then
be
split the cost. Or you could be the babysitter if you're available, especially, and we arrange this swap too in the evenings. Like, we don't charge our friends when we watch their kids. We just say, will you watch ours so that we can catch a movie?
In exchange.
Yeah.
I love this next one because oftentimes it's those outside eyes that can see the need in your own life, or in this case, your own pantry. Get a girlfriend, enlist her to help you organize.
Have you ever noticed that, like, it's more fun to do someone else's stuff?
It is so much more fun to do someone else's stuff.
I would love to organize a girlfriend's closet just to see what's in there. Just like, it would be so much more entertaining than organizing my own. But my sister does this a lot for my mom. Every time she comes into town, she takes everything out, organizes it all. It's just a little favor, but I found that a couple of my friends, I love working in the yard. I would love to go help a friend with yard work if she could help me do some other things, like with the cooking.
Yeah.
So even if it only works once in a while, I think it's just getting really humble and saying, look, there's some things that I do really well, and I would love to share that with my friends. What do you do really well that I absolutely abhor, and maybe you could help me out?
And as far as organization, I think we get paralyzed in our own clutter and our own systems.
Yeah.
My sister Lindsay and I kind of did a pantry swap. I went and helped her with her pantry. She came and helped me with mine. And those outside fresh eyes were it. That's what made the game.
Absolutely. And it's nice too, because I feel like this is something that people can feel more careful and more comfortable with, because you're offering something in exchange. You're not just like the needy, I need help, can you help me watch my kids? This is a fair exchange, and it's something you don't mind providing to your friends, and then you get something really great in return.
We talked about sharing a sitter. That's a great suggestion. You mentioned kind of the chore swap concept. Do you think it takes a level of vulnerability, though, to open yourself up to even a close girlfriend like that and say, come clean my closet?
Oh, totally. And I think that it maybe starts with like doing some of the dinner sharing, and then you just socialize the topic. I always like to use that phrase because it's very not pushy, but you socialize. Have any of you ever done this before? Would any of you be interested? How would this work? How would it look? Would it only be once a month? You just start discussing, and the thing is that there are moms that are like genius moms. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. There are moms that have figured out some of like the coolest mom hacks when it comes to organizing their day, organizing their time. They've drafted an army to help them fill in those gaps, and they can totally help you with some ideas, especially if you're struggling with a couple of key areas, right?
It's smart momming.
It's smart momming, and I think that you need your network, and there's no shame in that. It takes a village to raise a child, and for me, it's taken a village to raise a mom. I need it even more, if not more, than my kids do.
Come weed my garden, I'll clean out your closet.
Done. Done. We start tomorrow. Yay.
I love it, Carly. Thank you so much. Great advice.